As promised, we have another lab time section. Today is the silver gelatin contact print version of last week's platinum palladium 8x10 contacts. Doing this for two reasons. One, because we've got this great darkroom in the bathroom that I want to play in. And two, I want to see what the same negative looks like in silver gelatin as opposed to platinum palladium. So it's a real darkroom. And by that, I mean it's really dark in there. So it's really hard for us to film. We'll do a little bit of setup, and then we'll just kind of grab what we can. Contact prints aren't that interesting in a silver gelatin darkroom because we're not projecting the image. I'm just going to lay the negative on the paper. And yeah, so let's just see how this goes. You know, I'm not a silver guy. We're going to pretend I am. We can all pretend together. What are these all? Are these all the same? No. No. Of course not. What's the stop bath dilution? Do you guys remember? Me neither. Told you I'm not a silver guy. That's not how you spell either of those words. Don't even know how things work in my own lab. We're just going to call this working solution. I hereby declare oh sweet, a new ring for me. That's a cool one. The last time we did this, I had terrible expired trash paper. We're not going to use that this time. We're going to do a couple of fog tests on some paper that I have that is hopefully less ruined. And with any luck, one of these packets, probably not this one, will be good and I'll be able to use it without having to break into the good paper we use for the lab. Easy breezy, right? So now we'll just do our first test. We're going to try and do a night lapse mode on our very professional GoPro mount. Is that going to do that the whole time? Because I might cry. Since I'm just doing contacts, all I want is reasonably even light all the way around. How do you do a fog test? Well, you take a sheet of paper and you just straight up develop it and then fix it. And then you'll know if your paper's fogged. And it's paper white. And that is the front of the paper, and it's much darker. So I don't even need to finish developing this. I know that that box is trash. Now that doesn't mean it's trash, it just means I can't use it for silver gelatin printing. I'm sure I can use it for something else though. I'll splash in the stop bath, splash in the fixer. And lights on. And the fan this time. So there's one, there's two. That's not really what you want. That's a pretty good base fog right there. Let's see if I can show you. Those should be the same. And they're really not. So cool. Can't use that one. Maybe like a stop and a half base fog. I'm gonna go get a piece of pen and paper and write on this that it's fogged. Oh, hello. Bye. I don't even have enough paper in this box to do the project that we're doing right now, so I'm gonna skip this one. I only need like 10 sheets, but I do need like 10 sheets. Ooh, this is promising. This one is at least shut properly. someone's used it because there's a test strip in here. Splash this one over. Slightly more promising. This one seems to be the least worst, so I'm going to actually let it go for the full formatted development. So that's paper white, the base, right? This is fogged, but it's better than this one by a huge margin. At least by a margin. So we'll start with this one. And we're ready to make our first print right now. Right this very second. Well, at least our first test strip. So I'm going to put these in my wash tray. That's good. That's kind of a light one. Do this one first. Okay, lights. And I think I want to be at like F8. It's amazing how fast I can make a mess in any given space. So, 5 seconds at a time. It's going to be great. Oh yeah, there's something there. And I'm going to have to stomp down, it looks like. Because it's really dark. And lights. Look at that. 5, 10, 15... Looks like 10-ish at this aperture, which of course I have to stop down and give myself more time. So we'll do that. And we'll do this all over again with a new easel. Okay, I'm about halfway through. I was able to basically take my negatives, hold them up to the light, see that there are similar densities, and just boom, 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 boom. So I got a couple of them done already. This one was a little dark, but I'm kind of trying to show like how dark can be in silver gelatin. So we've got this guy, and then of course our big beautiful barn is done. And so these were all the negatives that I would consider to be like a good density, like metered correctly and like looked good. So now that they are squared away, I'm going to move to the thin negatives. I'll be moving from like 20-second exposures to like 8-second exposures or something on this little baby Omega Enlarger. And then I should have 5 or 6 or 7 or however many of them when I'm done. And then we can look at them side by side after they've gone through a cursory wash and see what they look like. So yeah, I guess it's time for me to make more silver gelatin prints. It's fun. I missed it. It's been a long time since I've actually spent any time in a silver gelatin darkroom, and it's great. It's fun. Beautiful. We'll do a test strip this time because that's what needs to happen. My guess, based on how thin this is we're going to be in the like 5 to 10 second range. So rather than doing 5-second intervals, I'm going to do like 2-second intervals. Two, 4, 6. 8 is too far. By the time this dries down. 2, 4, 6. Actually, 2, 4, 6. 8 is like, okay, 10 is too far. Set the timer for 5 minutes, of which 4 are development. face down, just to give you something to look forward to. Analog photography is all about delayed gratification. So while it's cool to watch the image come up in the developer, which we can do right now, just for you, it's starting to come in. There you go. Looks like a picture. Not bad. It's definitely darker. So, that was crazy thin negative. You can see right through it. And the theory is, that the portrait I did of Kristen in the water, if I'm going to expose for her face without doing any dodging and burning, right? Right now I'm just doing straight prints to see what comes out, and then later I can deal with dodges and burns, is similarly see-through. So if I do like another 8 seconds for her face, everything else will go basically white and she'll be well exposed. That's the theory. I'm great at theory. So we'll do that. Ready? Alright, that was a very successful silver printing experience. I've got this stack of prints that aren't really washed yet. I'm going to go dry them down and see if I can get them to stay flat-ish so that I can see what they look like, see what adjustments might be made in the future. And then in a upcoming video that I'm going to record in like an hour, we're going to show what these prints look like next to the platinum palladium prints. So silver versus platinum. But, you know, I mean, sometimes a little contrast is good for you. And I'm excited. I think they look really good. And I made a huge mess in my silver darkroom in the bathroom. So I have to clean that up too. Don't want to get yelled at, you know? Alright, that's it. What? Don't look. Put my chemistry back.